selfless,
resourceful,
hopeful,
strong,
brave, patient,
loving, determined,
inspirational, compassionate,
I think that I saw our caregivers struggling the most with the lack of resources, both from the doctors and from groups in the area. She really had no idea what Parkinson's disease was, which is what her mother was struggling with, even 5 years after her diagnosis. So I think that being able to increase awareness through resources for these caregivers will really help them to feel more comfortable with their loved one's progression of disease and being able to get out there and make social encounters with other people in the area that also have the disease.
One thing that I saw our caregiver struggling with was a lack of support. Besides her immediate family, she didn't really have any support from politicians, the school system, her church, and even other families who had children with disabilities. She mentioned that families with children with autism didn't even really want to associate with her because her son had such a profound disability. They didn't have as many similarities, and she thought it would have been really great that any family with a child with a disability would bind together and form that strong support system that she so desperately needed.
I think the biggest thing that we saw was time management, and that our caregiver really didn't have a lot of time for herself, and she was always busy taking care of others in her family, whether it's her mother-in-law or her husband. And we asked her, what are things that you do for yourself, and really she didn't have many things that she was able to do for herself, but she was just always taking care of others and just giving of her time so selflessly.
We can be mindful of the caregiver and the recipient of care and respect all the hard work that the caregiver has put in.
by understanding the hard realities that the caregiver has to contend with on a daily basis.
I could embrace the qualities of the caregiver and relate them back to my patients. I could educate the caregiver and explain the recipients of care situation and answer any and all questions they have.
One thing I would like to say to my caregiver is that I truly feel like the world is lucky to have somebody like you in it. We really need more people like you who are so selfless, giving up your time and devoting your life to the health and well-being of somebody else. So I really admire you and look up to you.
I would really like to tell our caregiver thank you, not only for being a part of this project and being so open and honest with us and allowing us to grow really have foresight and evolve the kind of practitioners we want to be based on this project. But also just thank you for being an extension of care outside of the office and allowing physicians to provide care and information, but then taking it home and making it a reality and caring for people and caring for your loved ones so well. None of this would be possible without people like you.
I'd really like to thank her for allowing us to come into her home and sharing a part of her life and her day with us, knowing how difficult it is, how many struggles she has, how many things she has, how many tasks she needs to perform for her son each day, who suffers from polymicrogyria. What I noticed from her was that from her sweet exterior, she has a very tough interior, and she's a great vocal advocate. One thing that I would like for her to know is that for every struggle and for everything she fights for her son, she's paving the way for other parents who have the same struggles. So thank you. I also want to thank her for us as we're moving forward into becoming professional healthcare workers, that really she's taught us to embrace the qualities of being a caregiver, being compassionate and never giving up hope. Thank you.